Hello, I'm here with Joe, mentee at breathingwiththemarkets.com. Today is February 19th, 2025. And this is just a progress interview with Joe and to see how he feels and if he's making progress. And we'll go ahead and let you have the floor, Joe. Where do you see yourself
Um,
now from when you first started?
well, to be honest with you, it's been up and down. Last week I had a really good week. Started off 3 or 4 days in a row. I made good, had good trades. Was able to take profit. I was actually halfway through passing a combine, and on the second day I didn't do so well. So I've had my good days and bad days. And like early in the week, I was green Monday and Tuesday, and then today I got stuck on the wrong side of a trade and made some bad choices, which I could have taken profit when I didn't. Which, after talking to Rich, realized that that's part of my issue is. You're in profit, go ahead and take it. And if I get better at doing that, I think I would be a lot better further along today than what I feel like I am because I ended up getting stuck in a bad situation. But again, I've spent time with Rich going over it, trying to learn from it. I have no doubt that I'll work out the little nuances and errors that I make, and next thing I'll be where I want to be.
Now, today when you showed me a chart, I thought you copied one of my charts because I'm like, wait a minute, that looks like my trading. You had trades all
Right,
over, up and down, and
right.
I thought for sure I'm like, wait a minute, that looks like me. You did nothing wrong, you know. It's like I like it, I like it. And you were very aggressive, and we went over that, and you had plenty and plenty of opportunities to take profit. And coming from correct me if I'm wrong, but just in my opinion, is coming from a swing trading style or hold overnight or hold on a different higher time frame, that mentality can lead to holding longer on a 1 minute time frame. As we can see, his candles behind me on the chart, and that is from today also, is
Mm-hmm.
that and you're probably looking at that and wondering what happened and when. But the
Yes, I am.
is scalpers and scalping, we got to get into the market and out of the market. And we have
Right.
we have a plan to do so, but we don't holding 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes on a 1 minute time frame, probably more
But
negative than positive.
right. I think today we discovered that most of my trades were decent trades. It's just I didn't take profit when I had the opportunity to take profit, and I waited too long, and I ended up getting stuck in got stuck on the wrong side of it after I waited too long. I got to clean up a few of my trades, but other than that, and maybe not quite go quite as aggressive with my sizing. Other than that, just take profit when you got profit and move on to the next trade. And I'm having a hard time doing that because I'm trying to get too much out of each trade than I think is than I should be.
Yes, and that happens when that happens to people when they look at the education that they may have purchased, or they look at all the losses
Hmm.
that they've had, and they're trying to gain back everything that they lost or they invested in. And
Right.
we are
Or I have a target. I have a target. I'm gonna trade it till it gets to this point. If it never gets to that point, then you're setting yourself up for failure.
yes, and there's that saying to take what the market will give you, and but I hear
Hmm.
this, and I just hear it. It's just a very bland, doesn't even make sense type of comment, because you really have to understand. You have to know why you're taking that. Have to know why you're taking your profit. And you have to know why you're getting in the market. And if you,
Right.
rather than saying, I'm going to take this high or low and I'm going to put my profit at the low because that's where price bounce, right? That's
Right.
what
Hmm.
people think and say. That's the wrong way to trade because price is fluid, order flows come in and out of that market. And we're seeing a candle that is manipulated. And how accurate is it? We don't know. Nobody can tell us. If we go from one platform to the next, and we have two different screens, we might have a trading view disclaimer. No, nothing wrong with trading view, and I'm not an affiliate with them. But if we have a trading view and we have another platform on the chart or a chart that we're trading on, those candles might not match either. That's just the way it is. Whether it be synthetic price action, whether it be real or the data feeds coming in, all of that makes a difference in trading. But one thing, if you're trading objectively, then you can follow that platform. The candles can be all screwed up. We know that, right? But with an objective approach to the market, can you trade that chart? Would you be able to trade that chart, Joe?
I think it's more and more I do this, the easier it's becoming to see the setups, to see the market and as it moves, to be able to find those opportunities. Yes.
The trading, I think you made maybe, I'm guessing 30, maybe 30 entries or
At
in.
least 30, at least 30. It was probably minimum of 30.
So, and that was good. When I went over the chart, just so traders will know, how do we approach it? Do I approach it by my opinion or an objective approach? How do we communicate with each other?
We basically go back over the things that you've taught us and things that I at times neglect to look at. What causes us to be an objective way of seeing the market and operating within the market. And we go over each one of those things to indicate whether what I was doing was necessarily good or bad, or and to just kind of learn from all those stuff. But it's basically straightforward as far as, we're looking at this, and those, if those things line up, then we can start looking to do certain things. And if you're patient and you wait for those setups, they're high probability trades, and the more likely you are to be successful.
And do you think that you may have jumped the gun today? A lot of traders, actually, even including myself or everyone, it's easy to be hard on ourselves or to say
Hmm.
negative, not knowing that when you showed me your chart, I'm like, I don't see anything wrong. I'm like, this looks like mine. I don't see
Yeah,
anything wrong,
if
But
it
I didn't
was your
know if
chart,
it was
you
long or
probably would have made
short.
money. Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
didn't
probably
know
would
if it
have
was
made
long or
money.
short and stuff like that, but I was like excited, like, wow, you're aggressive. I like that. But we have to be aggressive. Actually, let's back up. We have to be smart, and whether it's smart plus aggressiveness, that's okay.
Well, and
But
that's what you teach us, that you look for your opportunities. You're patient when you see the setup, you see it opportunities. That's when you get aggressive. That's
yeah,
when you use the word pounce. That's when it's time to get in and do what you're going to do. But you got to wait. And sometimes I am overly aggressive, and I will maybe jump the gun a little bit sometimes, and ultimately put myself in a little bit of harm's way.
and how is the still chart? How is studying or the still chart or where from the last time that you interviewed? I don't know if you remember the interview or not, but where, as far as progress, when you go ahead and open up a
Well,
chart, just very
I think
basic stuff, like where do you?
where I do certain things, as far as I know more confidently where I should do that, so that it becomes where I can just, there's times I even look at the chart now, I'm like, I can see what I'm looking for. And going back at the still chart and just looking at it helps you to be able to do that in a live situation.
Okay, good. Are you practicing on at a prop firm or what are you doing and what is your thought process on that?
Yeah, I've been my to trade futures. I've been on a prop firm, trading a demo account, and I've tried a couple combines just to try it out. I am like, as an air traffic controller, one of the most important things we wanted our trainees to do, and that would be to just make a decision and go with it. Because I can't figure out what you're doing right or wrong unless you make a decision. You got to make a decision, go with it. And as you learn from that, that's how you learn how to make good, better, wise decisions down the line. But if you're afraid to make decisions, you're afraid to do stuff, you're always going to be hesitant, and you're always going to second guess yourself, and you're never going to learn that the confidence in your decision making process unless you just make a decision, right or wrong. So you got to make decisions. You got to go in, whether you win or lose. It's all education. It's all learning, and that's the beginning of learning how to get better at something. Is to not have the fear of just making a decision.
Add to that is we have to have some type of training or knowledge in order
Yeah.
to
Well, it
practice.
has to be within the context of what we're talking
Yes.
about. But
Because
like Rich,
if you're gambling and you become a gambler or getting into a gambling habit, making the
right.
decision is to see, well, if I do this 100 times and maybe it worked 60 times out of the 100, but
Right.
over a period of years, months, days, moving forward, you're more than likely going to lose everything that you have if you
Yeah,
continue.
when I say make a decision, it's all making a decision based on what you are teaching me. Making those decisions as I see, as what I've been taught, taking what I've taught, trying to apply those in the manner which you instructed us to, and and not second guessing that. Just when I see it, a setup, I do it. So that way, you know, if I'm right, if I'm wrong, if I'm seeing it correctly, if I need you need me to adjust to how I see stuff because I might understand it incorrectly. But you're not going to know that until I make a bad decision.
Correct. And then you're transparent with me, and the
Exactly.
mentees are all transparent because we all have to be transparent with each other, correct? I mean,
Right. Yeah.
that's the
It's
main thing is transparency because I cannot help you and you cannot help yourself because you have to help yourself, help me
right.
without transparency. So it's not about criticizing, about taking a trade in
Mm-mm.
the wrong place. Like the other day, without getting into specific details, but we had a conversation or a session about how to possibly do some things a little bit better and what you need to do prior to allow the market to show its weak hand. And once you
Hmm.
saw that, you were like, "Whoa, this makes a big difference."
No, yeah. I was a little bit gun shy because of the open of the market, and you pointed out some other things to me, and I would have cleared the picture up considerably had I had done that.
Well, good. Do you have any goals in mind?
Well, the only
Short-term
goal
goal?
I have is the same goal you have, is to be green every day.
I don't know if that's a goal. I'm just really competitive against
Right. I
myself.
just want to be green. I want to be green every day. It doesn't matter how much it is.
Yeah, no,
I just want to learn how to be green.
that's like I said, and I don't do the break even thing and stuff like that. If I'm red,
Yep. Yep.
I'm
You're either
red.
green or you're not.
You're
Yeah.
either green or you're red, and we'll blow accounts and we'll do stupid things. And we just had this discussion too. It's when you get to a certain point in trading, whatever that level is. And we're all at different levels, and we're not competing against each other. We're against the market, but trading does become boring. So if you had a goal of maybe $50, and I don't go into the market having a goal worth money. I just look at the market. The market is challenging, and it's me against the market. And I see a weak hand, and I get in. That's just how it works. As far as the fruits from that trade, I don't have a target per se. It just keeps working on the skill. Well, that skill over a period of time, I don't want to say becomes boring because I can't wait for the market to open in the morning. When I don't when I miss the open, I'm upset. Like, I can't be there, you know? What if something great happens and I'm not able to take
Yeah.
advantage? It's just a passion for me. It's a love of the
Right.
market. And it's a relationship that I built with the market. And I can never get enough of it, on my free time, excluding
Right.
from all the other things that I have in my life too. But I
Right.
really enjoy it.
Well, I do too. It's just something I want to master. It's just a mountain I want to climb. So,
So where do you see yourself? I won't say a year from now, but 3 months from now. And this is on the record. So where do you see yourself 3 months from now, based on what we went over today and some things that you could easily work on. And I liked, and I was upfront with you. I didn't see anything wrong other than possibly getting a little heavy-handed, and
no, and
that was
not taking profits when I had them.
not taking profits. And that comes, I don't know if the correct term is greedy, but when you do come from swing trading style to scalping, is you want to be able to pay yourself, and you want to pay yourself
Well,
frequently, and that's
you
what
got
compounding is about.
right. You got to be decisive. What you're, and I think the skill part is learning how to trade in the 1 minute environment is totally different and a little bit foreign to what I've been used to. So I think partly that is an area that I'm trying to overcome so I can get the right mentality when I'm sitting behind a screen on a 1 minute chart. It's a different animal than sitting with a 1 hour, 4 hour, or a daily chart.
And what did you do before when you were on a 4 hour or 1 hour chart? I mean, was it an overnight trade or were you?
Yeah, most of them overnight trades. Most of them are, Try to look at the chart after every candle, every 4 hours. If I missed one, it'd be every 8 hours, but it'd be, at least 2 or 3 times a day. I'm looking at the chart, looking at if I need to take action or do something.
So without going in details, but from what you did before to
Hmm.
today, do you think you were doing the right thing before?
For the most part, no. Was able to grow one account in a demo account, and I was able to take a $20,000 demo account, turn it into $35,000. But that all came after watching one of your videos that you gave of over a year ago. And honestly, that's why I'm here today, because it's the first time that just a few tidbits and stuff that I've studied made more sense to me. And I was able to put a few things together, and I was able to be more successful at it. But it was literally uh, just a few little things that made me more successful from what you said, mostly philosophy. And what you're doing now is putting the whole picture together.
And how comfortable do you feel today?
I have a confidence, even though I didn't have a greatest day today, I can see where today could have been a great day. Honestly, if I just would have taken the
Well,
profits
you
when I
were
had them.
up. You said you were up. I don't remember how much you were up at
There
time.
was there was the time where I was up about $150. I didn't take it, and then later on I was up over 500 and didn't take it. And my mentality was, okay, we just broken below this. It's going to keep going. It's like I don't want to be too rushy and just take profit, just be willy nilly. And next thing you know, it turned on me, and it was really literally 3 minutes later, I'm back down by 200, and now I'm back to wishing and hoping that I had taken profit. So it's just a learning to just take it when you got it and don't look back.
So pay yourself and take the profit. Yep.
Exactly. Today would have been a green day, and I was already up. I was already up $200 going into those trades. So if I had just taken those profits on those two other trades, I would have been up $900 for the day, and I
That's
would be sitting here.
that.
I would be sitting here thinking that I'm king of the mountain. But now I'm rolled down the hill all the way to the
Well,
bottom.
you are because you're growing. You're growing, and
Yeah,
tomorrow, if you
yeah.
had the same setups tomorrow, you would know exactly what not to do and take the profits when you should have taken the profits.
Oh
So
yeah, and
that's the
yeah.
growing. That's what's great about objective trading is because it's not looking at the candles behind me and saying just take a bounce at all the wicks because
Right.
a strong move up and then you have a wick at the top and then it comes back down and that's not objective trading. That's guessing, right? That's guessing what price
Hmm.
action or it's guessing what the candle's doing. You have to understand the entire picture of the chart. You have to understand a systematic, methodical approach is actually trading where you have
Hmm.
time, you can look at the chart, you understand what the chart's doing, you understand where the weak hands are at, and once the chart shows there its weak hand, you get in and you make your profits and you get out, and the market will continue to show its weak hand, and that's the beauty of trading objectively because when you and I have looked at your trades today, I I'm a person to be honest with you, but I didn't have anything negative to say about it. I was impressed. When we oversize a little bit, that's what can happen. And when we
Yeah.
oversize and we get emotional about getting in as it's pulling back against us, and that's what you did. You got in pulling back against you, and then when
Hmm.
it went into profit in the direction that you intended in the first place, and it was and you confirmed that because you were
Right. Oh
trading
yeah.
direction. And then when you
Hmm.
were up 500, you just didn't take it. And
Oh no, I would wanted more. I was down over $1,000, so I want $1,000 back.
yes,
I had a target. I had a target I was going for rather than scalping, rather than trading the way I should have been.
and I don't teach you targets, correct?
They're
I
they're
don't teach
bad
you
in two
targets.
ways. You can put them so far out that you'll never reach them, and sometimes you'll have a target too close to where that next candle may be the candle where you can do really well if you just got to watch the market and take what it gives you, and you got to make a decision on a lot quicker than I did today.
Do you trade? And I didn't ask you, I don't know. Do you trade with or without a stop loss?
I'd trade without a stop loss. No stop loss.
Did you trade before with a stop loss?
Always.
Okay.
Now, I stopped using a stop loss after your video a year ago because you talked about that, and I'm telling
Yeah.
you that helped me.
But now I'm glad you're on the right side of the market with me and the
That's
mentee
right.
because a lot of people don't understand what that means, and that's good
Nope.
because
Mhm.
I'm not the herd, and you're not the herd, and we have a nice trading family. And what's most important is I want each and every one of the mentees to succeed at their skill.
Right.
Whether they gain profits or whatever they do, they have their own life and they have their own direction and they have their own goals. But seriously, each and every day, Joe, we work on a skill, right?
Yep.
It's it's skill based. Is there anything that you can say to traders out there about
Mhm.
how you're gaining your skill or how you feel? I don't know how you feel. You've had one of the toughest jobs, and I said I'm surprised the government hasn't kidnapped you yet because they need air traffic controllers, and you retired, and you not only retired but you mentored 20 years people over probably more than 20 years, but you've mentored numerous people also. So,
Yep. Hmm.
anything that you could say positive to,
My thing is I know I'm in the right place. I have looked into trading different things over many, many years, mostly just as a hobby, trying to figure it out. I traded my own account. Back in the dot-com era, I made money trading a little bit here and there. Mostly realized I didn't know what I was doing, so I kind of decided to wait. But I have looked high and low, and I knew I had to find somebody who knew what they were doing that I could trust. I have literally have flown to meet Rich, take him to dinner, and have talked to him over the last over a year now, off and on, to try to develop a relationship to know if am I in the right place, and I know that I'm in the right place. That this is where you learn to how to trade, to become a real trader, to how to trade the market. It is with Rich, and I have no doubt about that. So because of that, I know that I will be successful at trading.
well, thank you for those kind words. I thank you a lot, Joe. And I want to put you on the spot just a little bit, though. And
All right.
I'm going to put you on the spot just a little bit. Is after we had the session today,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to give you 3 months. And it's no rush. And I know you may get another combine. I'm not encouraging you to get another combine or not.
Right.
But we did talk about leverage, and leverage is very important, whether it be in a fast market, slow market, without getting into details. But leverage is very important. Do you think, and hypothetically, and not saying that you have to because the demo counts, I don't encourage anyone. People know where they're at in their skill level. I cannot tell a student, or a student will ask me and says, well, do you think I'm ready yet? Do you think I'm ready yet? And I can't say that. I can't say if someone's actually ready. I can give my opinion, but I don't want to discourage someone from growing. Once again, I don't want them to um, get eaten alive by the market either. So if someone is truly practicing day in and day out on the charts, then they're going to know where their confidence level is. As far as transparency and stuff, I mean, I send you guys. I was trading today when I was sitting in a parking lot at a school, I was trading on the phone, sending you guys photos, or I'm just trading wherever I'm typically at and showing.
You're showing me on the same chart where I lost money and you made money.
Well, I didn't want to say that, but the
Right, it is
point
what
is,
it is. It's okay. I could
yeah,
have made money
but
too if I was smart, if I would just taken profits. So it's not me. But at the end of the day, is it doesn't. It's not mistakes are not the problem. Mistakes is how you learn. If you want to become good at anything, you got to make mistakes, and it's
okay.
just part of the process. So don't worry about making mistakes.
And are you trading off intuition or are you trading
Yep,
objectively?
I just got a gut feeling. I go for it. No,
I'm going to say
I
how's that working for out for you?
it doesn't work very well. No, I don't. No, everything we do is trying to be very objective and be very systematic. And like you said, you look for the market to show its hand, and that's when you decide to pounce. And hopefully, I can get to the point where I'm more confident in that, to where I can do it and take advantage of it. And when I have profits, I take profits. And I would have probably made more money than you did today if I had done that.
Yeah.
Because I was in heavy. I was in way too heavy, but I was in heavy, and had I
And
taken profit,
you were waiting a long time too. You were waiting a
yeah,
long time.
it
Yeah.
was.
So to get back to the on the record, I'm going to push you,
Okay.
and it's not a comfort zone, but I tend to kind of push the mentees a little bit out of their comfort zone and kind of make some commitments. And whether they make the
Mhm.
commitments or not, it's not a game. It's I have to live out of my comfort zone too. So that's the only way we grow. So how about passing a combine? Do you think you're going to be able to pass a combine within the next 3 months, not by not
Oh,
gambling? By
no
not
doubt.
gambling?
My goal is to have passed at least five combines. That's my goal. My goal is to pass five
Okay,
combines, and I'm training.
It's February 19th. Okay,
3 months from now. Mark me down.
three months. You're going to pass five combines. Not gambling. Not
Nope.
gambling.
No.
This is not a gambling thing because I will tell somebody if they're gambling. If they're gambling, I'm going to call them out and say you're gambling. And I've done that before, like when I wanted to have fun. But this is when you're learning something. It's not about having fun. It's about gaining the skill. So you're saying five. You want five combines?
I can do up to five combines with the prop firm that I'm on, and I plan on doing is all five of them.
Okay, okay. So it's February 19th, and have you ever done that before in your life?
Nope,
Okay,
nope.
very
I
good.
was halfway there last week, and I will get there.
Okay, okay. Well, that's about okay. I'm with you. I'm with you. So
Mhm.
you know where you're at and what you need to do, and I am here for you as always. And another thing is that when Joe reaches out to me, I'm there. We communicate, and we're transparent. We're both of us are transparent with each other, and that's what makes relationships grow, and that's what makes the trading community grow is transparency because we can help each other. We can help each
Right.
other because we come from all different aspects of life and we can also learn from each other too. And that's what's great.
And what I was impressed by is when I last week when I failed a combine because I broke one of their little rules, but I put it out to Rich that I had this is what had happened, and literally a little later in that day, not very long afterwards, all of a sudden my phone's ringing and it's Rich just checking on me, making sure I'm okay, let me know, and making sure that I'm still in the right headspace, that it's just part of the gig, part of the game. Don't get down, don't beat myself up. That he was the first one there to give me support, and I was shocked to be honest with you. I did not expect that, and so I really appreciated that, Rich.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And thank you. And thank you for the kind words. And
Hmm.
we're in this together. I believe, and it's a hard thing. I can't I'm not responsible. Disclaimers. I'm not responsible for someone's actions and success or failures. I am here just a mentor, a coach to keep you on the train tracks. And I have proven to myself, and I have proved to myself daily, weekly, monthly that this works. This is an edge. This is objective trading, and I can teach this skill, and it's teachable and it's repeatable, and that's what I want everyone to succeed in. And if you fail, I feel like I fail. But if you succeed, that you succeed based because you have to take the information that I give you and you have to practice. So and no one's going to ever take the practice away from you. No one's going to ever take the amount of hours, the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years that you did and you gave tuition to the markets. All of that is learning. And now you're like, okay, I'm done with that. We need to try something else. And you had to take that step. You literally had
Hmm.
to take that step to change course. And now I hear some positive things and you some bold statements. And I wish you well. It's up to you. But if you want to do an interview in 3 months from now, like I said,
We'll see where I'm at.
don't put pressure on yourself. Follow what I teach you and attack the markets when you see a weak hand and take your profits and
Sounds good.
readjust when you see another weak hand, execute without hesitation and take your profits and keep going. Don't be greedy And don't say I need 100 trades a day. Today you traded an awful lot. I swear I thought that
Mhm.
was my chart. Wait a minute. Did you just copy something? That's my
I'm
chart.
gonna,
What's wrong with
I'm
that?
I'm trying to make my charts look like yours.
Well, slow down a little bit. All right, Joe.
All
Well,
right, man.
thank you for your time and thank you for talking with the community. I hope this helps someone.
Cool.
No matter what we say, I hope it helps and peace. Have a good day,
Thank
Joe.
you.
Thank you.